if you are interested in knowing how you can help support us, or you want to know what we've been doing, where we're going to be in 2017, you can go to www.trentandsiobhán.com, or make it easier, just go to rvworshipleader.com, and right on the front page there's a subscribe section where you can enter your email address and hit subscribe, and that will subscribe you to our newsletter, and you will get the newsletter electronically.
Hey friends, we are so blessed by you guys tuning in and watching our journeys and our daily shows, and I'll tell you what, we've had so much content lately that we just have not been able to fit it all in one day. We try to keep our videos under 15 minutes. A lot of you have even said they want like 4-minute videos. Maybe.
It's not gonna happen.
I know, so...
This is a vlog.
It's a vlog, right?
So
yeah, like we tried our best to...
Sometimes our little, like if we do an RV how-to video, it can be a little shorter.
Yeah.
But when we're talking about our day, there's a lot of stuff.
Try to condense your day down into 15 minutes. So at any rate, what we did today is we wanted to just give you some of our really awesome highlights that we haven't been able to tell you about so far. So first up is our friends Josh and Angela Pruce that are at the King's University in Dallas, Texas. We were so blessed to be able to go out to dinner with the two of them, and they blessed us by buying dinner for our whole family. This is college students, they don't.
Yeah, and they blessed us. We should have been paying for their dinner.
I tried. Yeah, you wouldn't let me. But here's just a little piece of our time with them. At this really cool taco shop with our wonderful friends Josh and Andy. Hey guys, they're here at the King's University in Southlake, Texas, studying all about the Word of God and doing amazing things. How'd your paper go? Did you finish it?
I did. It's done.
The New Atheist. That sounds like a book. It's awesome.
It is. He likes it. He's all about it.
These people are the most amazing friends of ours, and Graham's personal favorite.
Graham has a sweet spot for Josh.
Mr. Josh.
I don't know what it is. They're like soul brothers or something.
So Josh and Angie, we love you guys so much.
So we stop.
Sorry.
So we spent a lot of time this last week at the For Travel factory, the manufacturing facility. And while we were there, we were greeted by some fellow For Travelers.
They call them faux fumers.
Faux fumers. That's what they call them. That's what the people on the forums call themselves.
For travel. How does that?
I don't remember.
Faux fumers? It's forums.
I don't think.
I don't know.
Anyways, that's what they call themselves. But so some people that are on the forums that also own a For Travel that also live in Nacogdoches, which is where the manufacturer is. They found out that the walkers were at the manufacturer, and so they caught up with us on the forum and said, "Hey, we want to come see you guys." And so they came and visited us at the For Travel little campground parking lot with hookups, and they gave us a little packet of information all about Nacogdoches.
Oh, it was here. It is like the
Look at
most
this.
extensive
How many
list.
pages is this?
I don't know, but it's like
it's like 6 pages.
this is amazing.
It tells us where to go. It tells us
Yeah.
what to eat. It tells us, you know, what things to see in Nacogdoches, history, all this. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, they were
So
so.
We're gonna keep this because we'll probably be back.
We'll
there
be back in Nacogdoches, I'm sure, at some point. But it was so helpful and so kind of them and sweet of them to think about us while we were there. And not only that, but the next day they invited our family out to lunch. They took us out to lunch to this awesome place in Nacogdoches called Butcher Boys. It was a great local place, all grass-fed beef, and we just had awesome conversation with them. Really sweet people, really just wanted to hear about what we were doing and curious about how we school our kids and stuff like that. It was neat.
I love it. I loved that we got to be with them.
Yeah. And then they took our boys out for ice cream even after that. Just amazing couple, so generous and kind.
Hey. Oh my goodness. There's just no way to see that. You have to put that next to your head to see how huge it is.
That's a massive burger.
What?
Look at that, Camden.
Is that an onion ring?
It's an onion ring that goes around the whole burger. Yeah, so that was Mike and Jackie. We really enjoyed their company, and we're just so grateful, you guys, for treating our family to lunch and caring for us while we were at the factory.
So next up is just something that, I mean, I'm just so amazed at how God works things, you know? Like, when I Nacogdoches, Texas. Like,
what?
Wow, it's a small little town
A
in
name
Texas.
that I grew up hearing, actually. This name, Nacogdoches.
And you can watch that video.
You can watch that video. We'll link the video so you can see my time, our time with my Aunt Donetta. So that was one link to Nacogdoches.
Yeah.
The other, obviously, is the fact that we're there for repairs.
For travel, yeah. And now here's another one, right? When I was just started playing guitar, I was 16 years old, and this evangelist came through town up in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and came and did our children's and our youth church camp in the summer. His name was Richard Konderla, and he had this crusade ministry that he would do for kids, and he noticed that I played guitar and I was new, and he just brought me right under his wing and said, "Man, come on up and play with us." And so I started playing electric guitar with Pastor Richard Konderla. Well, he lives right here in the Nacogdoches area, and he serves as a pastor at the International Church of Nacogdoches. And so I looked him up, and I had to find him because he'd been a big part of my life growing up. But then also, we would have him come back to our church at Victory Life Church in Battle Creek, Michigan, and he would do our kids' camps there for years too. And so Siobhán knew him, and we just loved him whenever he came in town, and just wanted to be supportive of him and his wife and his ministry.
He was one of my favorite speakers that would come to Victory Life because he was always just so kind,
so gentle,
just such a cool guy.
Oh my gosh!
Really
So love him, love his ministry and his heart. Turns out him and his wife graduated from Christ for the Nations Bible School, where Siobhán and I graduated too, and all their kids have gone there, and they have one there right now. So. Man, I hope that even we'll get a chance to reconnect at Christ for the Nations someday.
Yeah.
But the other big thing that we wanted to feature about Pastor Richard was the ministry that he runs called the Glory Gang, which takes in and ministers to underprivileged children in the Nacogdoches community. And they have a bus ministry where they bring kids to church. And it is such a powerful ministry. I wanted you guys to get a chance to hear from Pastor Richard himself all about the Glory Gang, what they're doing for Christmas, and what their ministry is all about. Hey guys, so we're here in Nacogdoches, and we kind of stumbled upon an old friend, a huge influence on Siobhán and I's life, a huge influence on my life, because this gentleman had been playing at my kids' camp when I was younger and a younger teenager, and was influential in me as a worship leader, as a musician, and super grateful to have been part of his ministry, touring and sharing the love of Christ to kids. And now one of the passionate things that he does in ministry is a ministry called Glory Gang. So I want to introduce you to my friend, Pastor Richard Konderla.
Hello.
And we're here in Nacogdoches at his church, and I showed you some of the bikes earlier, but I'd love it if you just kind of let everybody know what Glory Gang is about and what the bikes are for and all that stuff.
Well, Glory Gang is a ministry that reaches out to at-risk children in Nacogdoches, and we have about 9 routes, bus routes, and we pick up about 450 to 500 kids every week and do a service here. And the kids that are faithful, they have to make 9 out of 12 services. They qualify for a Christmas gift, and we let them choose anything they want up to a $35 value or a bicycle. And
that's so cool.
Yeah,
I love that.
So anyways, it's a big undertaking because we have to wrap each gift and make sure the right gift goes to the right child. But it's always my favorite day of the year because the kids get really excited, and a lot of these kids, it's the only gift they'll get, or it's the best gift they'll get. We've had parents crying before.
Wow.
When they saw their child get a bicycle,
and Glory Gang goes and picks up kids every week for church,
yeah.
Which is really awesome. How many routes do you guys have? Like buses?
Nine. Yeah.
That's so amazing.
Yeah.
So, man, for those of you guys who know about Glory Gang or don't know about Glory Gang, we love to help support ministries like this. So, where can they find Glory Gang?
They can go to www.glorygang.org. And we have a video on there of our Christmas service, and I think there's one of our shoe service where we actually wash all the kids' feet and give them new shoes the day before school starts.
That is so awesome.
So
I love that. That speaks to my heart. I love that. So.
Yeah, and not only do they bus them in on Sundays, they have a special program on Sundays, but they do weekly visitations too.
Oh yeah.
Where like the leaders of that particular group of kids, so they're broken down into groups by their bus, I believe.
Yeah.
And so their bus leader will then go during the week to each of these kids' homes and visit with their families.
Yeah.
How amazing is that?
It's a really amazing
cool
ministry. And because of that ministry, Nacogdoches has this very unusually healthy unity in the churches in the community.
Right.
We minister to churches all over the U.S., and unfortunately we don't see that.
No.
Churches in cities are very unified. They're more competitive, but in Nacogdoches, these churches are unified. We had one of the ladies on our 4 travel tour say, "Oh, I know that ministry. Our church supports the Glory Gang," and she goes to a completely different church.
Yeah.
And so just super blessed by that. So, man, thank you, Pastor Richard, and your ministry. Keep up the good work. We'll be praying for you. And for you guys who are watching our show, if God moves on you to support and send him a blessing for that ministry, do it. We love that.
They put a lot of work, especially into their big Christmas program, all the bikes and gifts that they gather up every year. And it's over 400 kids that they buy Christmas gifts for every Christmas. And it really is amazing, and their community comes around and supports them, but I know that they could use all the support that they could get.
Right. So it's time that's a good opportunity for us to be the church.
Yes.
The last thing, we just wanted to give a special thanks to all of you guys who have supported Trent and Siobhán Ministries and with your financial givings and donated to us and to our ministry. Man, that means a lot to us. As you guys know, if you've watched our videos, this has been a really tough fall for us, so we need all the help we can get, and we are super grateful for it. The gift that you give helps further not only us staying on the road and being a blessing to another church or another community down the road, but it also helps fuel the ministry that God has called us to pursue, and it is really being missionaries to the United States and speaking life to the world around us too. So appreciate your givings there. So I want to say thank you to Jack and Cindy Minier, to Ron Durbin, and to Pastor Brad and Josie in the New Life Family Church in Grapevine. You guys have been a tremendous blessing to us this year, and we're so grateful for your partnership with us as we continue to speak the life of Christ to the world around us through music, through speaking, and we do have a lot of fun things coming up this year that we're hoping to get into.
So we actually just sent out our very first newsletter. For those of you who are subscribed to our newsletter on our website at trentandsiobhán.com, you would have gotten already our very first newsletter that we've sent out. It was kind of a combination newsletter, where we've been, where we're going, a little bit of stories, and then also we included some ways that you can help support us. And it's not just financially. In fact, the financial part is just a small part of it.
Right.
There's many ways that you can support us. If you are interested in knowing how you can help support us, or you want to know what we've been doing, where we're going to be in 2017, you can go to www.trentandsiobhán.com, or make it easier, just go to rvworshipleader.com, and right on the front page there's a subscribe section where you can enter your email address and hit subscribe, and that will subscribe you to our newsletter, and you will get the newsletter electronically.
And as always, we thank you guys once again for watching our show, being a part of our lives, and we hope you enjoy these shows. If you do, give us a thumbs up and subscribe, and remember, we can make the world a better place.
I believe we can.
Bye.